Hi everyone, welcome to day 7 analysis of India's performance at the Tokyo Olympics only on BTS Sports. We will wait for a few more viewers to join in, and once we get enough viewers we will start our program today. It's day 7 analysis. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you Mayank, thank you Megan. I am waiting for Sarvana, our guest, also to join in, who would be a part of the analysis today alongside me. Hi everyone, hi Devanshu, hi Sanket. Fantastic day today this for India. An absolutely dominating performance in the morning. Unbelievable start to the day. It all started in great style for India today as the Olympic silver medalist. Thank you, Mayank, for your kind words. Really appreciate it. Started off with PV Sindhu dominating her opponent Mia Bigflit from Denmark to win the match 21-15, 21-13 in just 40 minutes. She faces Akane Yamaguchi of Japan, and that would be a wonderful match to watch. Thank you, Mayank. Thank you for your kind words once again. What a fantastic day it is, starting off with PV Sindhu, the 2016 Rio Olympic silver medalist, of victory, and she is just growing in confidence every game. Straight sets win today. Unbelievable performance once again from India's best badminton player right now, and there's no doubt about it. And I'm sure that she will go the distance, and we all are praying for her that she wins us and she goes one step further of Rio and she wins the gold here at Tokyo. So that would indeed be a stellar achievement, and we are all hoping for the same. Unfortunately, I would come to that, Sunny. I would come to Mary Kom. It was heartbreaking for us, for all of us here at BTS, and also all of us across India. Really heartbreaking. Talking about hockey, and one good news after another good news. One good news, PV Sindhu winning, and then hockey, India defeating Argentina 3-2 to seal a place in the quarterfinals. इससे बेहतर क्या हो सकता है? Waking up early in the morning, 5:30 को उठना, watching PV Sindhu win, उसके बाद हॉकी टीम को इस तरह से हॉकी खेलते हुए देखना is unbelievable. You don't know which hockey team would actually stand up. That 7-1 loss to Australia, I was completely disheartened, to be honest. I never expected India to bounce back so brilliantly, winning against Spain, scoring 3 goals against Spain, following up with another 3 goals against Argentina to seal a place in the quarters. Fantastic performance by Team India. What penalty corners, unbelievable penalty corners, great precision, and indeed a fantastic win against Argentina. What a game. And not just that, 2 more things happened in the morning which were just fantastic to watch. Atanu Das in archery defeating the London Olympic gold medalist O.H. Gignac. If you had watched that game, it was just so close. The whole game, to be honest, was fantastic. Atanu didn't really do well in the men's team archery. He is just bounced back in the individual archery competition. Phenomenal skill there. He got so many 10-pointers. It was crazy to watch, and Atanu, well done. We just hope that you continue what you're doing. It was an excellent performance. I'm just getting Sarvana is our guest. Fantastic, Atanu. Great victory, and against Ochek Gignac, it was an amazing win. He also shot a perfect 10 to storm into the round of 16 in the end. Hi, Sarvana. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great as well. So I was just talking with the viewers about the fantastic performance. I've still not gone into the afternoon schedule. I'm still in the morning, and so much to talk about what's happened in the morning. PV Sindhu's win, Indian hockey team winning against Argentina, Atanu Das, fantastic victory. And I just hope he continues what he's doing. And just to before I hand it over to you, the fourth part of morning, which was unexpected, to be very honest, but none other than Satish Kumar showing his class. Punching above his weight and defeating Ricardo Brown 4-1 to advance to quarterfinals. One more round away from that elusive medal in the semi-finals, at least a bronze. I hope we break this quarterfinal jinx, Sarvana.
Yeah, first I want to talk about Sindhu. Sindhu had a great match. She played to her potential and defeated Mia Bigflit in just 40 minutes. Absolutely. So in the earlier match also, we defeated her opponent in 34 minutes. So she had not broken a sweat in last 2 matches. it puts us in a great position to face Akane Yamaguchi. Akane Yamaguchi is one of the toughest players in the circuit to play because she keeps on hitting all the shuttles, and
Correct.
that is what the kind of play. She bounces on the head of the opponent, and she doesn't have a lot of shots, but she bounces on the head of the opponent because a lot of hitters are retrieved, and the opponent goes down in the mind, so doesn't have the energy to put the shuttles back. So in this case, India has to play the power game and use the lines and play as much as possible
Absolutely.
to win the match. And I think after, if she is able to win it, we have a good chance. We should see India as one of the toughest draws in this World Mix. So we should see how she goes about. But taking it one by one, round by one, she has a good chance. Antonio Das has also done a very good job.
Atanu Das, absolutely agree.
After getting a shoot off, beating 10-9 shows a lot of mental attitude, and he has a good chance of qualifying to the next nationals because he has beaten the toughest seed ahead of him, and after that he doesn't have a tougher seed until the quarterfinals, and that is not even a biggest challenge when he has beaten the Korean itself.
Correct.
So he stands in a good position to win a medal for us, similar to Deepika Kumari.
Yeah, Deepika is another hope for all of us. Correct.
Yeah. And she for the first time reached the round of 16 in the compared to the last two Olympics. In London, she came out of 64, and then in Rio also she didn't perform so well, but she has done a very good job in this Olympics. We are hoping that she is also going to win a medal for India.
Sorry, Sarvana. I'm just having to stop you. You have great points, and I completely agree with you. Second you on that. Somebody's asked me about what does BTS sport actually mean. It's called Beyond the Sidelines. We're talking about everything that happens on the field as well as off the field. So it's beyond the sidelines. We want to tell you about what's happening everywhere across this field, across sports. Our idea, as we progress with this channel, is to get you, news regarding grassroots sports, regarding every sport that's possible. There are so many stories that actually don't get covered, don't get that much visibility. So we at BTS Sports want to achieve that. We want to bring to you stories of inspiring athletes, of athletes who are working hard. It's just not about the Olympics. Ek baat yaad rakho, it's also about the fact leading up to the next Olympics, there are so many stories, isn't it, Sarvana, that comes out during an Olympic, be it a Bhavani Devi of fencing, or be it, a Deepika Kumari who's been working year after year for every Olympics. I hope this is her year, finally, in this Olympics, that she wins that medal for India.
I think the limelight on Bhavani Devi has come to the limelight on Tokyo Olympics.
Correct.
That is like one of the biggest positive for the entire country.
Correct. I also had another question which I thought I will ask you is talking about what happened today afternoon. Before I come that, I would just like to cover shooting. Manu Bakar is now placed in the 5th position with a score of 292. Unfortunately, Rani Sarnobat with 25th position at 287 in the 25-meter pistol. All we have to see tomorrow is can Manu Bakar continue her form, and can she shoot about 295 to book a spot in the finals here. So fingers crossed, I hope Manu does that tomorrow. And that would be something which I think whole of India would be waiting with awaited breath to see. Also equestrian as well is going to happen tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. So that would also be something that would be a sport that we can look forward to as well. Talking about what happened in the afternoon, and I saw a lot of people talking about it in the chat section about what happened with Mary Kom. Unfortunately, she lost out, but I think it was a very difficult game. Valencia Victoria of Colombia, she's a fantastic boxer, and I think she did really well, split decision of 2-3 there. But is this going to be, what do you think, Sarvana, would this be Mary's last Olympic, or would she have it in herself to compete in another one?
I think she might compete in the Asian Games, but it will be very difficult for her to compete in the next Olympics. And her opponent in the 51 category at the India level, Nikita Zaren, if I'm getting the name right, I think she will beat her in the before the next Olympics, the trials, and she will get to the Olympics. So we have a ready replacement for Mary Kom. Not as reputed as Mary Kom, but we have a very good successor in Nikita Zaren.
Yeah.
And she's showing a good form, and she has a very good chance of becoming a very good successor of Mary Kom.
Absolutely. I think
And
Swayam,
Mary Kom's prodigy has shown that Mary Kom's academy is also good, and Mary Kom prodigies are also ready to shown in the
absolutely.
international.
That's what is transition, right? Progression from one talent to another. That's what India wants. More of a talent pool. जितने ज़्यादा player खेलेंगे, उतना ज़्यादा opportunities बढ़ेगा, उतने ज़्यादा options खुलेंगे. And I think स्वयं ने एक सवाल पूछा था यहाँ पे अगर मैरी कॉम कल की मैच जीती है तो क्या वो फाइनल पहुंचते हैं? Actually, it's not about winning the match tomorrow. It's about scoring about 295. If she can continue what she's doing in the qualification round and score about 295, she will book a spot in the final round.
I think Manu Bhaker is very well placed.
Yeah.
She just has to score a similar round, and it will become a very sensation, and she can put all difficulty aside and win the medal for her. But Ragi Swarnabat by some means qualifies to the into the finals, then she's sure thought of winning a medal.
Yeah, Rai Sarna, but little difficult though, which she's placed 25th now. She has to shoot really well tomorrow morning to have an opportunity there.
Yeah, if somehow she gets into the final, nobody can beat her in the finals.
Yeah,
that's a proven record.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a stellar record in the finals, to be honest, there, Sarvana. Good point. Also, coming to swimming, a sport which is actually up and coming in India now, Sajan Prakash may not have qualified, but just to be there as a swimmer is indeed a great achievement, and we should be really proud of Sajan Prakash. And I think with years to come, he will just keep improving for sure.
I think he will be improving for sure. And in 2024 is the very big Olympics for Thierry Natraj and Sajan Prakash. And this was just a trail for both of them.
Absolutely agree. 53.45 seconds was what he finished. 46th in the heat that he participated in. Unfortunately, couldn't quite qualify for the finals. But all the best, Sajan. We were sure that 2024 is going to be here, as Sarvana rightly pointed out, along with Thierry Natraj. Both of you all together would, I'm sure, that have a better performance, have a more stronger performance in the next one. Talking about sailing, Netra Kubanan placed at 31st position after race 8, and Vishnu Sarvanan 23rd after round his completion. An Indian duo of KC Ganapati and Varun Thakkar ending 17th at the end of race 6. I think it's been a decent outing for the sailors, considering it's one of their best places as well, finishes as well. So indeed a very proud moment for all of us, and because it's so difficult, I think, Sarvana, because of the fact that sailing is not a very natural sport in India, but to see the fact that these athletes are fighting against all odds and competing at the topmost level is indeed very inspiring.
Yeah, it's always a very expensive sport, and the people taking a lot of effort to participate in it is a great effort. And 3 of them qualifying into the Olympics is also a very big thing. I think it will inspire a lot of generation to coming up.
Absolutely. 4 of them, actually, to be honest. Netra Kumanan, Vishnu Sarvanan, the duo of KC and Varun Thakkar as well. So, absolutely, it will be something that would be very inspiring. I think people here, Anchal also talking about the fact that, yes, absolutely. Somebody spoke about the fact that Mary Kom looked drained today at the end of third round. But it is difficult. It is difficult to maintain that sort of fitness when you have matches with so little space in between one match and another. It's very difficult to be on that level. But said that, again, today was a very tough game for Mary Kom. Agree. And
I think if the third, I think the third round could have been gone to either side. So what I thought was, 2 judges were in favor of, one judge was in complete favor of Colombia, and then one judge was completely favoring Mary Kom, and one judge was actually favoring somewhat in favor of Colombia, but 2 of the judges were very close, and if 2 of them had put a score of 10 in the final, we could have got there.
Actually, ये problem
was very close between both.
Correct. I mean, just talking on that, Sarvana, good point, because एक प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है जब हम बॉक्सिंग के बारे में बात करते हैं. सो बॉक्सिंग में काफी दफा ऐसा होता है कि जजेस जो रहते हैं वो मल्टीपल जजेस रहते हैं, और काफी टाइम ऐसा हो जाता है कि जैसे जिस नजरिए से वो देखते हैं पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट को या पर्टिकुलर पंच को, उस तरह से वो रेट करते हैं. कभी कभी ऐसा हो जाता है कि कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि कोई जज बायस्ड है, कोई जज शायद एक नजरिए से देखता है. तो नजरिए से आई थिंक दैट इज अ वन बिग थिंग टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट, Sarvana, when it comes to boxing especially.
Yeah, it has to be transparent. They are trying to be transparent after putting every down, but it should be becoming more transparent to become an enjoying sport.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will become a small sport, and it has very good chance of going out of the Olympics also.
Absolutely.
As squash is banging on the back with so much skills and so much entertainment.
Yes.
and like if it has been played in many countries.
Correct.
So wrestling had a little chance of going out to Olympics, and boxing has a very big chance if they are maintaining this kind of scoring system.
Surely. And last but not the least, golf. At the end of round one, Anirban Lahiri started eighth with 67 at the pass score of -4. Uday Mane is at position 76 with a score of +5. So we will be posting, Swayam, we will be posting right now the schedule as soon as the live gets over, maybe in an hour or so. There we will be posting. And today, just don't miss, we will be also posting some live images from Tokyo. All the way from Tokyo, we have a correspondent who's with us, who shared with us a few photos. So we are thankful to her to have shared us with some photos. So don't miss out a post at 9 p.m. where we are going to post photos live from Tokyo that were shared with us. So that's after the schedule at 7:30. Thanks for that question, Swayam. So yeah, Sarvana, I think golf is another sport that's up and coming. We have got Anirban Lahiri, Udayan Mane, Aditi Ashok. So many players that are so popular, and golf is becoming quite a sport now in India.
Yes, coming up very nicely, and we'll be able to see a lot more people playing it. I think what Simone Biles has done at the Tokyo Olympics is going to be a very big thing in the future. Talking about the mental health at the biggest stage is having to have a very big impact in the coming Olympics. And people able to put up the mental health above the sport and able to keep aside the game away and putting focus more on will be the next thing in the coming years. And it tells a lot of things that people at our level can also become suffer from mental health, and this shows that all the people are vulnerable to suffer tough competitions.
Absolutely. Agree. So, Sarvana, we look forward for a fantastic day 8 for India tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, we are able to clinch a few medals tomorrow in shooting. Yeah. And also probably we hope our continued run in archery continues. We keep doing India proud there, Deepika as well as Atanu. And of course, we also hope the women's team in hockey, who have a very outside chance of qualifying. Again, Anshul just asked about women's hockey, and I was talking about that. So, performance till now has not been great, but I hope they just turn around the table. They've got Ireland to face, if I'm not wrong, and I hope they do play well against Ireland and change the table, because it only needs one victory to get you back. And India still have a chance, a very outside one though. But I hope things go in favor, and the women's hockey team also joins the men's hockey team in the quarters at the Tokyo Olympics.
Yeah, it's difficult for the women's hockey team to Ireland, because Ireland has come up a long way to get into Olympics. They have defeated a lot of bigger nations.
Correct.
And it will be tough to beat Ireland. If they're able to overcome Ireland, then it will be a cakewalk against South Africa, and it has a very good chance to get at the fourth position.
Let's hope for the best.
And it has been a great journey.
Sorry,
Sarvana, it has been a great journey for the women's Olympics.
I have a guy called I Feel Prince. He's asking, he wants to come on live. I feel if you could put it across on the chat box, what is your question? We would be happy to have you, because in the interest of time, we may not be able to get someone live right now, but we will surely have a program live later on as well. If you have some question that you would want to ask, I feel you could surely put it out on the chat box. Sorry, Sarvana, go on. You're saying something about the Irish team.
So it's the second time women's team has qualified to the Olympics. That's itself a big achievement. I think it is a lot of youngsters in the wing and a very good coach in the hand. So I think it is on the right journey, and we are on the top two or top three positions in Asia, and we have a lot of things in the tour.
Agree. Fantastic. So absolutely fantastic to
there is a question like, why are the majority of matches in the morning? So Japan and India has a 3.5 hours difference. That is the reason why most of the matches are in the morning. So if there is 6 in India, it is 9:30 in Japan. It's quite simple as it is.
Correct. Absolutely agree. And that's a good point, I think, that you talked about, Sarvana, there. I think last match was biased, is what Anchal is asking, related to hockey. I don't know. I don't think so.
No, it is related to boxing. Boxing, we can't say it. We can't say like, it's very tough to say from our end. But India has lost most of the 2-3 encounters. Except Lavlina, we have lost most of the 2-3 encounters. We don't know how we have lost, but that has been a case. But the Lavlina was the only different case where we won 3-2.
Correct. Agreed. Cool. Hope so that it's different for Amit in boxing, and he's lucky enough to have right set of judges. So thank you once again, everyone. Thank you, Sarvana, for joining in. It was a pleasure
Thank you very much,
as
sir.
always,
Thank
to
you.
know your inputs. And thank you so much, everyone, for following BTS. We would be posting a lot more things related to sports in the long run as well. That concludes our analysis of the Indian performance on day 7. Fantastic day. Only heartbreak, Mary Kom. But we hope that day 8 turns out to be far better than day 7 too. Thank you, Somin. See you. See you, everyone.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care. Bye.